Alright, and we are live. We already have chatters. Hi, guys. YK Joe, hello. And Market, hi. Happy Wednesday. Because I'll do a small introduction. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, everything in between. I am Violet Hyena. You have perfect timing, and I'm here to do readings for people with perfect timing. Welcome. I'm going to post my little chat for everyone who comes in. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome. Hello. Hello, Margaret. And Margaret says hello. It is a fine Wednesday. Will TJ take the paperwork like he said to me today? Hi. Ruby's here too. Hi, Ruby. Welcome. Alright, so I will get to Margaret's question first. Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Oh, we got multiple questions. Cool. Alright, well first I'm gonna ask which deck wants to answer Margaret. And then we'll gather some Margaret questions and we'll answer them. Okay, number 2. The Gator. Okay, and then we're gonna look at Margaret's questions. We got, will TJ take the paperwork like he said? So, let's see here. Will TJ take the paperwork? And did Pauline tell Paul to leave? TP PTP for Pauline telling Paul. And will Paul's mom contact Margaret when she comes at the end of the month? Will Paul's mom contact at the end of the month? Alright. And then Ruby says, will I work as a part-time teacher again or something else with Glim the Light? Awesome. So don't worry, Ruby, I'm going to put you down here. After I do Margaret's questions, I will get back to your question. Okay, we got 3 lovely questions from Margaret. And do yes/no questions. As you know, my reversals are no, and my right sides up are yeses. And then I look into the cards for details. Ew! These 2 literally fell out. Okay. Fine, then I guess I'll see about you guys. Hi. Jeez, they really wanted to come out. Okay, so let's go over this. Alright, so for TJ, will TJ take the paperwork like he said to me today? And this is yes. And it's the Man of Cups. And then PTT. Will Pauline tell Paul to leave me? And again, yes. And it's Strength. And then we have the Ace. And then we have a no for will Paul's mom contact me when she comes at the end of the month? Will Paul's mom contact me when she comes at the end of the month? And that's a no for Paul's mom. So we're going to look into the cards for more details. So TJ, the paperwork. Will TJ take the paperwork like he said to me today? And that was a yes. That's the Man of Cups. So there is a fireman here on the card, and it's a man doing his duty. So I think he is doing the functional duty that he's supposed to, and he's putting out fires, literally. So, Man of Cups, he's a man of action, putting out the fire, and this sounds like a very emotional affair, so that checks out. It is clearly talking about that situation. Now, Strength, for yes. That was my phone, don't worry about that. Did Pauline tell Paul to leave Margaret? And the answer is yes. And the card for that is Strength. And that is a major arcana. I'm trying to gauge more from this card because Strength is an inner strength. So if Pauline told Paul, there's too many Pauls in that sentence. If Pauline told Paul to leave Margaret, is that a sense of their strength and what they think is for the best? I think they did it because they thought it was for the best. And it was the most peaceful resolution, the most brave resolution, the most courageous resolution. And I think that's what this card is trying to say. It's a major arcana, so it's definitely a big deal if Pauline told Paul to leave Margaret. Okay, and then will Paul's mom contact Margaret by the end of the month? And it was no, and it is the Ace of Cups. So usually the Ace of Cups is the beginning of an emotional relationship or the beginning of something very emotional. But this seems to be the opposite, in which this is cutting off something from going further. There's not going to be contact from Paul's mom. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Margaret. And then I'm going to get to Ruby's question. Back in the box. Back in the box. Boop. Alright, so let's get to Ruby's question. Will I work as a part-time teacher again or something else with Glim the Lights? Glim the Light. With Will the Light? Will I work as part-time teacher again or something else with Glim the Light? With Will the Light? Okay, so let's just take the first half of that question. Which tarot card deck would like to answer Ruby's question? Which tarot card deck would like to answer Ruby's question? Which tarot card deck would like to answer Ruby's question? I have to go. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Tarot of the Witches. There we go. So, yes, no question. Will Ruby work as a part-time teacher again? I think that is one clear question I can give. So, will Ruby work as a part-time teacher again? Will Ruby work as a part-time teacher again? Ooh, and yes, it is the sun, by the way. That's pretty darn good. Because the sun symbolizes happiness and joy and rainbows and clouds and a happy sun. So, yes, you will work as a part-time teacher again. Go you! Good for you, Ruby. I'm very happy to hear that. Hope that helps you out. Alright, and then we get back to some Margaret questions. Alright, and then we have, will Margaret get work next week when she do her training on Thursday? Very question. Will Margaret get work for Margaret next week? And then Margaret says thanks and you're very welcome. And Margaret says, now that I'm putting Paul out tomorrow, will he ever have to deal with him again? And then, will you have to deal with Paul? Let's find out. Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Okay, Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. octopus turret. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that stream is working. We're having some technical difficulties, I think. Just making sure the stream is working. Oh boy. This isn't fun. I don't like this. I haven't done Margaret's reading, so you haven't missed anything yet. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so Margaret confirms it is good. Okay, I'm just making this sure the streams are okay. Let's see, our YouTube is not receiving enough video to make it smooth streaming, such as viewers will experience buffering. Alright, so Margaret says it's okay. So if it's okay, I'm going to do your tarot card readings now. I haven't done them yet with the octopus yet. Not yet. So you haven't missed anything. Okay. Okay, so the question will be, it seemed to have stopped again. What are you doing? What are you doing, stream? Why aren't you catching up? Okay. I'm just making sure. Oh boy. Oh boy, what we doing? What widget do we have to open up now? Okay. 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 So it says that stream health is now excellent. Can I get an excellent in chat if anyone is feeling excellent here? Yes, Margaret says yes. I'm gonna trust Margaret. Awesome. Okay. I hit the correct button, so now it's recording again, I believe. Okay, yes. The other one seems to have substantial lag, but I think we're okay. Alright, cool. Recommend what? We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 2500 kbs. Well, I'll keep that in mind for next time, but I think we're good. Because Margaret says we're good. I'm gonna count on Margaret. Alright, so let's go. Will I work as part-time? That was your bees. Will Margaret get work next week when she does her training on Thursday? Okay. And will Margaret have to deal with Paul after this whole thing is done? So now that I'm putting Paul out tomorrow, will ever have to deal with him again? do those two questions. So, yes and yes. Oof. Okay. So the so it's a yes for you will get work next week when you do your training on Thursday. And that's a yes with a 9 of Cups, which means this is going to be emotionally satisfying. It's going to be fulfilling. It's also going to be training, so you're going to be satisfying something in that area. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good for you. However, yes on Paul. Yeah, now that I'm putting Paul out tomorrow, will he ever have to deal with him again? And the answer is yes. And funny enough, it is a major arcana. It is the devil. So, you will have to deal with that devil again. And the devil is an impish, not so good character, full of temptation and addiction and not so good, not associated with good stuff. So, yes, you're gonna have to deal with that little devil again. Okay, I'm gonna put these cards away. I did see Margaret had a third question, but my brain has to reset from the stream being weird. So it just helps me reset if I just pick a different deck. Okay, and Margaret said, it is okay, yes. And then Margaret, I see more people are here too, so I'm going to add them to the list. So I'm going to do Margaret's. And then Snow Nirini is here. Hi, Snow, welcome. And will I shift my career this year? Okay, and they got Snow, I see you. I got you on my list. And Arcane Solterra, yo, hi. And I say, hi. Hi, Arcane. And Arcane Soul asks, what is coming in connection of Saryu and Anshuan in contact? I will ask the cards. So, Arcane, it's going on the list. Alrighty. So I'm going to go back to Margaret's question, and then Snow, and then Arcane. Okay, number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Robin Wood Terrace. Margaret's question is, will Margaret meet a man at the Bird Club that will be helpful? It's a very good question. Will Margaret meet a man? Will Margaret meet a helpful man at the Bird Club? Will Margaret meet a helpful man at the Bird Club? Will Margaret meet a helpful man at the bird club? And the answer is no. I'm sorry, Margaret, you will not meet a helpful man at the bird club. It is a reverse emperor. And this emperor is just hiding and not helping. So the man you are searching for, the helpful man that you are searching for, is not at the club. You're going to have to search somewhere else, Margaret. I wish you luck and I hope that helps. Okay, and then we have Snow. And Snow's question was, will I shift my career this year? Which tarot card deck would like to answer Snow's question? Which tarot card deck would like to answer Snow's question? Okay, number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That works too. Nice. Okay. Will Snow Nirini shift their career this year? Will Snow Nirini shift their career this year? And the answer is 2 of Cups reversed. So that's my yes/no questions are that, no's are reversed like this one, and yeses are face up. So this is a no, and this is 2 of Cups. So you will not shift your career this year. And looking into the card for more details, the 2 of Cups is represented by the balance of emotions. Right now, I feel like you are in a zone of balance emotionally with your current career, so it's very hard to break that. So you're not going to change your career this year. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Snow. I'm going to put this deck away, and then we're going to go to Arcane's question. Okay, Arcane's question was, what is coming in connection of Saryu and Anshuman in contact? What is coming in connection of Saryu and Ashhuman? Oh, you are in contact? Okay. What is coming in connection? Well, you know what? I'm just gonna ask the cards. I'm just gonna ask the cards. Which deck wants to answer this question? That's the best way to do it. Okay, number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, Urban Crows. The crows are gonna answer. The crows will know better than me. It's okay. Okay, let's see. What is coming in connection of Saryu and Ashuman in contact? We're gonna find out. Okay, so waterproof. Alright, so waterproof. It's a crow that's waterproof. Number 53. Oh, duh. There we go. Then you can say with the card. 53. Crow feathers have a greasy protective coating that prevents water from getting through to the skin. You too have the ability to create a waterproof exterior. When we are waterproof, we are protected from others' draining emotions that can weigh us down. Being waterproof allows you to experience a storm without letting it hold you back. When we are waterproof in the words, actions, and emotions of those around us do not impact our perception of who we are or our self-worth. Casual insults, snarky comments, and emotional vampires don't bother someone who is waterproof. Being dragged into someone else's drama can take an emotional toll and leave you feeling waterlogged. But when you are waterproof, you can be a good listener and a shoulder to cry on without absorbing their emotions, leaving you free to support others in need. Waterproof asks that you create a barrier between the feelings of others and yourself when inner strength is needed. So if that's relating to Saryu and that's a Schumann, then this is suggesting that you take precaution about allowing people to drain you with negativity. I'm looking. Yeah. So, waterproof asks you to create a barrier between the feelings of others and yourself when inner strength is needed. So, yeah, try not to let that other person's opinions or words hurt you. Let it roll off like water off a duck's back. Alright, and that is what the cards are telling me. I hope that helps you out, Arcane. There we go. And into the box. Okay, I'm going to put this deck away, and then I'm going to have tea and catch up on chat. Tea. Okay. Let's see here. And Arcane Soul holds up 3 hearts in their hands. And Arcane Soul says, "Hey, I messaged you on Instagram." Okay. I guess I'll have to look at that later and see your message. I don't look on Instagram very often, so I apologize if I didn't get back to you. And Margaret says, "Okay, thanks. It rose. It rose. Okay. It does. Oh, it does." So I'm glad it does help. And that damn OJ. Hello. Should I reach out to Abby or should I let her reach out? So I'm gonna put that damn OJ on the list. That is what I'm gonna do. Damn OJ. Alright. OJ, you're on the list. I will get back to you after I catch up on chat. And Arcane Soul says we are in contact. And Arcane Soul said, "Oh, yeah, I hope that helped out." YK Joe says, "My birthday is tomorrow, and I've been feeling like things haven't been going according to plan in my life recently. Can I please get a general reading for the theme of my year ahead?" Yes. Yes, you can. So, YK Joe is going on the list. Also, what lesson or pattern is behind why things haven't been unfolding the way I expected this year? Alright, so 2 questions. 2. There we go. And then Arcane Soul holds up a heart in their hand. It's very cute. What is the lesson behind me letting certain people go this year? Third very good question for YK Joe. So, 3. Alright, so I'm gonna go back. Yes, I've caught up on chat, so I'm gonna go back to OJ's question and then to YK Joe's questions. Hello. So should that damn OJ reach out to Abby? Or should you wait? So let's narrow it down to a kind of yes no. Let's go but instead of the yes no, we're gonna go yes reach or wait. Yes for reaching and no for waiting. So which tarot card deck for that damn OJ? Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so should OJ reach out to Abby? Should OJ reach out to Abby? Should OJ reach out to Abby? So, interestingly enough, yes, you should reach out to Abby. However, the card is cautioning you there will be some heartbreak and struggle. Maybe a fight. So that damn OG, I wish you well. Good luck on reaching out on towards Abby. I hope that helps out. Okay, and then we're gonna get to YK Joe's questions. They were such good questions too. Let's get back to them. They're like really in-depth questions. They were nice. Let's see. Birthday's tomorrow, and I've been feeling like things haven't been going according to plan. My life recently, can you please get a general reading for the theme of my year ahead? Also, what's the lesson or pattern behind why things haven't been unfolding the way I expected this year? And what is the lesson behind me letting certain people go this year? Alright, so these are very in-depth questions. I'm going to open that to all the cards to see if we can get you some answers. Okay, let's see. Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's trust your vibes. So we're going to do all three questions with this deck. Because these are very, very in-depth, personal readings. So just jot down the questions on my board so we get it straight as we answer them. We have birthday reading, birthday tomorrow, so a general reading for this year for your birthday. See, general birthday reading. By the way, happy birthday for tomorrow. And also, what lesson or pattern is behind why things haven't been unfolding? So we're looking for a pattern. And then, what is the lesson behind letting go of certain people this year? So the lesson of letting people go. Alright, so we got those 3 lovely questions, and this is one of the best decks for those types of soul-searching questions. YK Joe's questions. Very in-depth questions. Soul-searching questions for this upcoming birthday year. Okay, so number 1 is stay in your own skin. Number 2 is decide. And number 3 is accept the gifts of the universe. Boop. Alright, so stay in your skin for the general reading for the theme of the year ahead. Decide for the pattern is behind why things haven't been unfolding the way you expected this year. And then accept the gifts of the universe is the lesson behind you letting go of certain people this year. So I'm going to read more detail on these cards. 26. Okay. Nope. 26. Here we go. So the theme for your year is stay in your own skin. As a sixth sensory person, you have a tendency to become overly empathetic at times. You not only sense other people's vibrations, but you also absorb and internalize them as your own. This is not only psychically unhealthy, but it can make you physically sick if you do it often enough. The cure is to mentally and emotionally stay in your own skin. And don't operate like a psychic sponge absorbing the energy around you. It's okay to support others, but don't try to rescue them. It interrupts your growth and harms you as well. Stay in your own skin by slowly breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth while focusing on your body. The more you breathe, the more you keep to your own spirit and allow others the dignity of managing their own affairs. Another key to disengaging is to see and name the physical objects around you. This is a 2-minute physical psychic energy adjustment that resets your balance. It's nice to care, but don't carry. So don't carry other people's burdens. Stop it. And then for the second one, decide is for the pattern. On why things haven't been unfolding the way you expect this year. Two of the most powerful words to raise your vibration and gain the support of your higher celestial forces are, I decide. The moment you truly decide on a particular goal and fully commit to a course of action, the universe can step up and begin to assist you. But until you decide, the only thing the universe and all of your divine support system can do is respect your free will and patiently wait. Not even your angels or your guides can override your lack of decision. Once your intention is set, however, all sources of higher power are ready, willing, and able to assist you. So ask yourself, what have I decided, and what is my intention now? Once you name it, all systems are go. So you have to start deciding more. Are you indecision? That's why. You have to make decisions. Okay, and then the third one is the lesson behind you letting certain people go this year is you have to accept the gifts of the universe, which is 51. Okay. Are you limiting yourself and what the universe is trying to bring to you? The universe will bring you all that you desire, but you must be able to accept what it brings. Many of us limit what we can receive because we feel unworthy, or we think that to receive so much would be selfish. Neither is true in the eyes of the universe, which will bring you as much as you allow. It is infinitely abundant, so receiving what you want in no way limits others. One way to dispel these beliefs is to contemplate what you think might be happen if you did realize your dreams. Do you uncover any anxieties or fears? Do you worry that you're asking too much? Do you imagine your wish, if fulfilled, might cause other injury or pain? Does bringing change into your life make you nervous? If you uncover any beliefs that are contrary or in conflict with your dreams, are you willing to trade them for more supportive ones? The question the universe asks is, how good can you stand it? Because that's as good as it gets. I hope that helps you out, YK Joe. I know that was a lot. Your brain is probably buzzing. So, I'm going to go over it just briefly one more time. For your birthday year, stay in your own skin. You have to make decisions. And you have to accept the universal gifts. And until you do, they're going to be stagnant. So you have to accept them. Alright, I hope that helps you out. And then I'm going to catch up on chat and drink some tea. Oh, book first. There we go. The book helps to push out the cards. There we go. I have some tea. Clear the board and then check chat. Okay. And that damn OJ says, okay, And Debbie Kelly says, hello, beautiful people. Hello, Debbie. Welcome. And that damn OG says, hiya, Deb. And Deb says, please pull a card for me and tell me how my weekend will go. Sure. I'll put Debbie on the list. Debbie. He's on the list. And Debbie says, also, please pull a card and have the universe confirmed I am completely done with my fake emperor. Cool, I'll get on that when I come back to the list. I'm gonna catch up on chat, and then I will definitely get to all your questions. And that damn OJ says, thanks, you're very welcome, that damn OJ. And Debbie says, hey, that. So they were greeting that damn OJ. Margaret says, will I have to deal with TJ anytime soon? Margaret is back on the list. Love to see it. Alright. Debbie says, when people are not vibing on your level, they fall off. And Margaret says, will I get many hours at my new job? Very good question. And YK Joe says, laughing out loud. I was kind of sad a minute ago, but the readings improved my mood. So thank you, Violet. You're very welcome, YK Joe. And YK Joe says, at Debbie, thank you for your words too. I hope I meet people on my own level soon. Yes. I'm rooting for you, YK Joe. Yes, the readings do help laughing, crying, beating heart. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'm happy to help. We're all happy to help each other here. Let's see. Then I have caught up on chat. I'm going to go back for Debbie's question and Margaret. Okay, so Debbie had like 3 questions. Let's see here. See, pull a card for Debbie and tell how your weekend is gonna go. So weekends. And also please pull a card and have the universe confirm I'm completely done with your fake emperor. Ooh, no, the fake emperor. We don't like fake emperors here. Okay. Awesome. So, which deck would like to handle Debbie's questions? Boop. Which deck would like to handle Debbie's questions? The lovely questions of Debbie. Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? Which deck? Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Debbie gets her own Trust Your Vibes cards today. Big lessons in the room today. Love it. I love to see it. Okay, so we need to pull a card for how the weekend will go and pull a card and have the universe confirm that I'm completely done with my fake emperor. Alright. 2 cards. 2 cards for Debbie. Ooh, that was such a beautiful shuffle. I'm not arguing with that. So, this weekend, learn. And for your fake emperor, feed your spirit. Learn is number 19. There we go. So for this weekend, how will it go? Learn. Right now, you don't possess all the soul skills you need to resolve your life challenges. It's time to learn more in order to find answers and move to a higher vibration of personal peace. Thankfully, you're being contacted by a very important range of personal guides called spirit teachers, whose primary purpose is to inspire you to learn. They will also direct you to teachers and classrooms that will help you fulfill your soul's ambitions. Listen for your spirit teachers today. As they work, relevant information will be placed in front of you, and in the form of brochures, announcements, or invitations to new classrooms and teachers on the earth plane. Your spirit teachers may also work through messengers who spontaneously make recommendations for learning, sometimes for no apparent reason. Your role is to be an open-minded student. Our entire earthly experience is designed to be a classroom for the soul. Ask yourself, what have I learned lately? What have I been called to learn next? And am I willing to learn? Then listen for your spirit teachers to help you answer these questions. They'll guide you when you are ready. Okay, so you have a very busy weekend. You're going to have to go and learn stuff. It sounds fun, actually. And the second one is feed your spirit. Feed your spirits. Feed your spirit. And this has to do with your fake emperor. Universe, confirm that Debbie is completely done with her fake emperor. Feed your spirit. Just as you must feed your body, you must also feed your spirit. It makes you stronger, energized, and more powerful. Most people are unaware of what feeds their spirit, but even if they know, they neglect to follow through. Don't be guilty of this. Feeding your spirit comes from choosing experiences that empower you and help you feel more authentic, spontaneous, and joyfully alive. Your spirit's food is personal. Only you know what your spirit hungers for. My spirit, for example, is fed by exercise, dancing, time with my children, good coffee, and walks with my husband. What feeds another may be running on the beach, cooking, singing, or sleeping on the down pillow. Think about your spirit's diet. The more you feed it, the stronger it becomes. And when your spirit is strong, your vibes are loud and clear. Don't be a psychic anorexic. Feed your spirit every day. So, your fake emperor was starving you. It's now time to go feed yourself. Okay? Good. And I hope that helps you out, Debbie. I'll put these away. Then we'll get to Margaret's question. In the box, go in the box, you're safe in the box. There we go. Maybe. And then Margaret's question was, will I have to deal with TJ anytime soon? Boop, boop. We're gonna turn this over. TJ, will you have to deal with TJ soon? And will Margaret get many hours at your new job? Will you get hours at your new job? Okay. Awesome. And that's where we were at. So, which tarot card deck would like to answer Debbie? Sorry, Margaret. Margaret's questions. All Margaret's. Which deck would like to answer Margaret's questions? There we go. Which deck would like to answer Margaret's questions? Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Witch's Tarot. Okay, so review for the cards. Will Margaret have to deal with TJ soon? And how many hours? Will Margaret get many hours at the new job? Ooh, that was nice. That was a very good shuffle. We're going to not argue with that one. Okay, so will you have to deal with TJ soon? No. And will you get hours? No. Will you get many hours? So no, unfortunately. But let's look into the cards for more details. So will you have to deal with TJ anytime soon? No, the Valet of Batons. So the Valet of Batons is equal to the Page of Batons. I think he's going to be busy with his own creative work for a while. And that's why you're not going to see him anytime soon. Okay, and for the hours at your new job, it is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is a very aggressive character. And I guess in consideration to what you think are a lot of hours, maybe someone is having a bit of conflict with that. So you won't have that many hours at the new job because of an aggressive person who is fast moving. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Margaret. I'm going to put these back and then I'm going to catch back up with chat. Okay, clear the board. Refresh my brain with tea. I'm actually an hour and 10 minutes in the stream. So yeah, tea break is called for. Tea is good. Whew. I do appreciate all the questions. It's just sometimes I gotta stop myself and have tea and catch up because hydration is a thing. Okay, back to chat. Let's see what we got here. We got Margaret W6. I have any surprises? And Margaret says thanks. Okay. W6, I have any surprises? Will I have any surprises this week? That makes so much more sense. Thank you for clarifying, Margaret. Alright, since you are the only question, I'm just gonna answer your question. Let's get out a deck from Margaret. Which deck would like to answer from Margaret? And be surprises, so number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The gate here. There we go. Will Margaret have any surprise? We got more. We have more specific questions. Very good. Will Margaret have any surprises this weekend? So surprises. And Margaret says, will I at least get 30 hours a week? 30 a week? Question mark. Very good. So any surprises? And will Margaret get 30 hours this week? Will she get 30 hours per week? Is really, I believe, the question. Okay. Ooh, that was a beautiful arch. Okay, so surprises. Yes. And yes, 30 hours a week. We're gonna look into the cards for more details. Surprises, yes. And you got the Hermit, which is a major arcana. A hermit. So I have a feeling this is talking about a person you have not had contact with for a while. And they might contact you. So this is a major arcana, like a major event. And that is what the surprise is going to be. Like someone you don't expect is going to come out and contact you. Okay, that's the surprise. And then 30 hours a week, yes. And this is self-hatred, but it's also the devil in the regular tarot. So, again, with the work situation, there seems to be some sort of aggressive person. Because the devil is very impish, very tempting, very self-loathing. Be careful. I don't think you're going to have a very nice coworker. So yes, you will have 30 hours this week, but beware of one of your coworkers. If they seem to be grumpy, I would suggest distancing yourself from them. And that is what the cards are telling me. And I wish you luck, Margaret, and hope that helps you out. I'll put this away. I'm gonna catch up with chat. Have more tea. Tea. Margaret says, is Paul going to try to come back this weekend? Alright, we got Paul. Let's find out about Paul. Let's find out about Paul. Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Which deck would like to answer Margaret? Oop, can't argue with that shuffle. That was very lovely. Queen. Number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's the octopus deck. If it falls out of the box, it doesn't count, because they always fall out of the box. I haven't even shuffled them yet. Hold that. Thank you. The question is Paul going to try to come back this weekend? Is Paul going to try to come back this weekend? Is Paul gonna try to come back this weekend? It's a very good question. Is Paul gonna try to come back this weekend? And the cards say yes. The Page of Swords. Ooh. Eesh. The Page of Swords. Get ready for conflict. There is literally a sword in this octopus's head. So, try to be careful. This card is forewarning you. But yes, you're going to... Paul's gonna try to come back this weekend. Just looking for an argument. Alright, so I wish you luck with that, Margaret. And put this card away. This deck away. and check back and chat with T. Is the person who is contacting me going to ask to see me at my house? It's a very good question. Let's find out. Which deck would like to answer Margaret's question? Which deck would like to find out for us? Which deck would like to answer Margaret's? J, which is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's the Prisma Visions deck. Is the person who is contacting me going to ask to see me at my house? Is the person Margaret is contacting going to ask to see Margaret at her house? Come on. There we go. Half. There we go. That's a good one. And the answer is yes. The Page of Pentacles. Let's look into this card a little bit more. And this Page of Pentacles is looking deeply at that coin. And they are determined to get what they want, and they're gonna try to visit you at your house. And they are tangled up in what they're thinking about instead of what your problems are. So they are very fixated on their own wealth and coins rather than your specific perception of it. So again, yes, I hope that helps you out. Boop. And I'm gonna put this deck back. There we go. Boop. And more tea. And Mark asks, when I don't open the door for Paul, when he tries to come, will he leave? That's a very good question. I will ask the cards. Will Paul leave when Margaret shuts the door in his face? Ooh, that's a good one. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Will Paul leave when Margaret shuts the door in his face? Not that one. Try again. With finesse. Yes, there we go. That's a better one. No, he will not. He will not leave. We're gonna look into that more. It is a major arcana, and it is the moon, so it will be at night. I do see the sun in the distance, but the moon represents time of illusion and intuition. But I also feel like the situation will be a little scary if he's not gonna leave. When I don't open the door for Paul when he tries to come over, will he leave? And the answer was no. So that's gonna be problematic. If he doesn't leave, I'm just gonna straight up advise that you call the police in the middle of the night. So good luck, Margaret. Keep yourself safe. I hope that helps. Alright. There we go. Yay! Oh, Margaret, you have such a very chaotic life. It's interesting to do readings on it. I hope you're keeping yourself safe. Okay, I have been streaming for an hour and 28 minutes. I have 32 minutes left in the stream. I am currently rehydrating with tea. Tea is good. Ah. Alright, TCT. Well, since there are no new questions. Oh, wait, there it is. There's Margaret's question. I knew one was coming. Will TJ just want to come to my house to see how I'm living? It's a very good question. Let's see which deck wants to answer Margaret's question. Okay, number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Witch's Chart. Just gonna write something down real quick. This is just a quick note for me for later that I have to fix the bit rates on the stream. He said 25 bits. I'll have to find out how to do that later. Cool. That way, hopefully, we won't have that problem we did earlier in stream. Alright. There we go. Yeah, Margaret says it's stressful. I can imagine, girl. Go take care of yourself. Go do some self-care. Sounds like you really need some, honey. Go show yourself some self-love. Sounds so stressful. Anyway, I'm gonna build up your questions a bit here. Will TJ just want to come to my house to see how I'm living? TJ, will TJ be nosy? Will he be nosy? And is TJ upset that I'm moving to Florida? Is TJ upset? And is TJ going to visit in Florida to just report to his friends? And TJ reporting to friends. Alright. We got a nice Margaret lineup. We're gonna find out these answers. Okay, so will TJ want to come to Margaret's house to see how Margaret's living? And that is yes. Is TJ upset that Margaret is moving to Florida? That's a no. And is TJ going to visit in Florida just to report to his friends? That's an absolutely yes. So, TJ's being nosy. The Two of Wands. So he's balancing some decisions and taking action. And yes, he's being nosy. He wants inventory on you. And then is TJ upset that you're moving to Florida? No, he's not. He's focused on his wants and his action and his own set of what he's working on. And then is TJ gonna report to his friends? 100% again with wands. He is just doing this for his actions and his benefit and nothing to do with your benefit. So he's gonna report to his friends and like as quickly as possible too, because this is the Knight of Batons, and you just kind of imagine the Knight of Batons racing around delivering messages about when he visits you in Florida. So consistently TJ, because it's the wands. I'm just kind of floored by that. I hope you are too. It's kind of cool. Alright, I'm gonna put these away. Boop. There we go. Clear the board. Ah. Got about 25 minutes left in the stream. You know what? for Margaret, I'm going to pull an oracle card and see if any of my oracle cards have any advice for helping Margaret self-care. Sounds like you're burnt out, Margaret. Ask my oracle cards. Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The crows. The crows want to have a word with you, Margaret. Maybe they'll have some good advice. Who knows? The crows know, of course. That was rhetorical. Okay, crows, do we have any advice for Margaret? It sounds like she's having a pretty stressful life. Some good advice from the crows, please. Okay, so the crows say to play. The crows say to play. Crows are not always so serious. They enjoy the company of friends and spend time engaging in play. When this card appears, it is time to relax, exercise your creative mind, and maybe your body too, and play. When we give our brains something different to consider, something that brings us joy, they will reward us by being more productive when it comes time to go back to work. In a world where we are constantly consuming information, play asks that you disconnect and allow your brain to create some output. This is during play that our creativity expands. It is during states of play that our minds relax, and out of the blue, we discover the solutions to problems that may have been eluding us. So, I do hope that helps you, Margaret. Maybe since you're so stressed out, you need a break and to go play, okay? So take care of yourself, honey. Alright, I hope that helps out. Put the crow deck away. Now we'll get back up on chat. And then, is Paul going to try to come to me when he loses his business? 8WM. I'm not sure what 8WM means. I am going to get to that other question though. Okay, so which tarot card deck would like to answer Margaret's next question? Margaret says it does. Alright, good. There we go. Okay, so Queen number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Octopus, Terrence. Yes, good. And is Paul going to try to come visit when he loses his business? Is Paul going to try to visit when he loses his business? Okay, it is no. He is not going to try to visit when he loses his business. The Hierophant is here. And the Hierophant is a teacher, a traditionalist. It could be a priest, a high priest. Someone who deals with teaching. A mentor. That's another good word for it, too. So, no, it's also a major arcana. So, for Paul, when he loses his business, he's going to go learn other things. He's gonna have to go do this, and it's gonna take some time from bothering you, which is good. I think that's good. And then will Pauline help Paul when he loses his business? Alright, let's find out. I already have this deck out. Will Pauline help Paul when he loses his business? Okay, will Pauline help Paul when he loses his business? Okay, and that is a yes with the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is a very action-oriented king. Master of his suit. So master of magic and swords and fire and wands and magic. He's going to pull together the resources it's going to take even after he loses his business. And one of the resources is going to be Pauline. Alright, hope that helps you out, Margaret. And Debbie says, awesome reading for my question. I'm grateful. You're very welcome, Debbie. And then Margaret asks, will Paul snack? What you doing? Okay. So it says OBS is successfully reconnected. Can I give a hi and make sure I've still got people? Did I lose anyone? I hope not. OBS said it had to restart, and it looks like it's connected again. I just want to make sure I can get contact with chat. I'm going to do a quick volume test. Volume test. Yes. So I have volume, and Margaret says you're here, so great. We have things are working again, which are amazing. Alright, so we're going to get back to Margaret's question, which is, will Paul still keep his place when he loses his business? Hi, Margaret. Alright. I'm glad that YouTube keeps trucking along tonight. It's popping out, popping back, but at least it's staying here. I see Margaret. Yay! Okay, so the next deck to answer Margaret's questions. Alright, number 7. Oh, excuse me. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is Jared? Which is Tarot? Margaret, I feel like you get some very consistent tarot card decks. Alright, Paul. Will Paul still keep his place when he loses his business? Will Paul still keep his place when he loses his business? Okay. Will Paul still keep his place when he loses his business? Will Paul keep his place when he loses his business? No, he will not. And then there is an Empress. So I believe someone else is going to have to help him in that area. He may have to move in with Mother. That's quite literal. It feels quite literal. It feels like he's going to have to move back in with Mother. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Margaret. Alright, and I have been streaming for an hour and 50 minutes. So we got 10 minutes left. And I have tea. Ah. Ah. Tea is tasty. Yeah. And Margaret says, wow, yeah. I might have to move back in with Mommy. Ooh. Alright. T is TC. Will Paul move to another state? That is a very good question. Let's find out. Will Paul move to another state? Will Paul move to another state? Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Robin Wood Terrace. Will Paul move to another state? Will Paul move to another state? Will Paul move to another state? Will Paul move to another state of mind or just the USA? Will Paul be moving to another state? Yes. Paul will be moving to another state. Let's see, looks is a balance of pentacles. So Paul will have to be making decisions about finances, and he's going to be having to move to another state. Right? And he's trying to keep everything balanced. Alright, I hope that helps you out, Margaret. There we go. Got it. Oop. Do not want. There we go. There we go. Back in the box. Okay, 6 more minutes. Oof. Excuse me. Okay, 5 more minutes. It's a lot. What should be the last reading? It's been a very active night. You know what? I think I will pull a card. We'll just pull a general card from one of the oracle cards and call it a night. So one of the oracle decks. Let's see which one. Just as a general night closer, number 2, 1, 2. Again, the crows. Very good. Very good. Alright, let's see what the crows have to say for closing statements. Yep. The crows have a closing statement for tonight. Let's see what it is. Ooh, I'm not arguing with that shuffle. That was a good one. Mimicry. Look at your pretty card. Hold on. There we go. Now you can look at the pretty card. Number 30. Mimicry. The crow's call is so human-like that it convinced the dog that it was the guardian calling out. Though most cases are found within domesticated crows, like parrots, crows have an ability to mimic sounds from voices to sirens. Mimicry may arise in a reading if you need to consider if someone is putting on airs or is pretending to be something that is not genuine. On the other hand, it may be you that might benefit from a little mimicry. Sometimes we need to fake it until we make it and project a persona that is not our own to get a foot in the door. But be cautious. The truth may come out and you may be required to prove your authenticity. Mimicry may also indicate that someone is trying to sound or pass themselves off as something other than themselves to gain favor or your attention. You may need to ask yourself if this individual is showing you their authentic self or simply pretending to be something you find more attractive. Alright, and that is the last reading for tonight. Alright, I want to thank everyone who participated tonight, especially Margaret, who really carried the stream. I enjoyed answering all of your questions. And to all, a good night. After I put away this deck, it's gonna hit 2 hours, and I'm a little tired, and it's okay. Alright, so thank you again, everyone, for coming. I'm sorry about the stream technology. I will look into that and see if we can have a better one for tomorrow. Alright, thank you. Love you. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.